This is Total Telecom TV with Raf Meersman of FiberPlanIT. Raf, here in Brussels you moderated a session about the costs involved in gigabit copper as opposed to FTTH Council. What were the findings from the debate?
Yeah, it was a very lively debate, very interesting set of people around the table. I would say time was a little bit too short, but we at least touched upon a couple of aspects. And I think there were two main distinctions which we made for looking at the cost. One is to deploy gigabit copper with active equipment in the outside plant, so shortening the copper loop lengths, but still having the active equipment really in the outside field. There were a lot of concerns really there, I would say, in the group. About the aspects of operational aspects, powering of all this, and also about the amount of points you need to introduce in the network depending on the technology you're using. So enlarging the number of active points in the network, where a lot of concern was about. While the cost is also significant, as you still have to get that fiber to each point. And of course there's also a lot of difference between different markets. So that's depending on what's available, of course. But on the other hand, when you look at really the use of things like g.fast in the multi-dwelling unit, so inside building, I think there was much more agreement between all the players that can be a huge difference, either from the front door, from the outside to avoid getting inside a premise, or from the basement in a multi-dwelling unit, where it does seem to make a lot of sense to avoid a lot of technical problems indoor.
Now you were moderating it, as I say, but you live with this in your day job every day. What's your own personal view?
Well, we very much come from a focus on FTTH, and I think it's commonly seen as a real endpoint for a lot of investments and networks to bring the fiber all the way to the home. But we do see more and more demand from the market to really see how that existing copper can be reused. So I do believe there is a market, and there are cases where these gigabit copper, or whether it's VDSL Plus or g.fast, is viable, especially because you have a shorter time to market. You can reach more people in a shorter time frame. But I do think it's a intermediate step in an end-to-end fiber story. So if there's a case for it where you can do a deployment, but make sure you have everything that is reusable for the future to extend it to fiber to the home, because then on a longer term the investment will be easier to recover and your OPEX can go down. So I think that's the end story where this can be an intermediate step towards.
Okay, just tell us a bit about the company before you go.
Yeah, so our company, well, I'm from Comsoft, but the product that we market is FiberPlanIT. It's a software to automatically plan and design FTTX networks. And we support a lot of customers in more than 40 countries worldwide, where we assist them to also evaluate, for example, all these different scenarios, whether you go with g.fast or HFC networks, or all the way with fiber to the home. We can do these calculations on a national scale to make sure you know what will be the impact of any technical decision on your overall budget to do the whole network upgrade.
Great, well thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.